that. That's much better. Let's see. Okay. It's very wide. The angle. You turn off the air?
No. I didn't. Is it off?
Give it a second. Turn it down here. Is it down?
My hand, I am not.
I did not shave. Oh well. Yeah. Okay.
Close enough, right?
Uh-huh.
It's not quite 8 o'clock, but that's okay. All right. We did it. What other book do we want to bring over here?
You think it's too bright?
Do you want me to turn it down?
Yeah. I look pale. I look like, what's his face? Powder. There we go.
Powder.
That's better.
Powder. Let's talk about books.
Seemed like no one's even on.
That's okay. They're notifying viewers, letting more viewers know that we are live. I shared it on Facebook.
Isn't it like a mass share? Hey, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
We
We're
are
here to
talking
talk.
books.
Cat's here. Hello, Cat.
Hi, Cat.
How are you?
Oh, what's my hair doing? Were we supposed to ask Cat something?
I can't
What
remember.
did she tell us?
Are we supposed to, Cat? Were we supposed to ask you something?
She told
Can't
us
remember.
something this week. Hello, everybody.
Oh, you're on chapter 13 of Crown of Midnight. Nice.
Okay. On a reread or first read?
What happened on that one? Okay. Hello. All right, so chapter 13, you said? I can't remember what happens there. You caved? Nice. All right, Shay, how's it going?
Hello.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. Talking books.
We can talk about your book. It says you're author.
Yeah.
Can you
Talk
tell
about
us a
it.
little bit about your book if you want?
Heck yeah.
Longest Nights of Cold Slide. Oh, okay, yeah. Chapter 13. That's where Selena was poisoned
Okay.
after Davis. Gosh, has it been that long? What's up, Bree?
What up, Bree?
Bree, what's up?
Hey. You ready to come up and holler with us?
Right. So I just finished Light Lark today. How are you feeling after this week's chapters? Are you talking about the chapters that are coming out tomorrow or the chapters we already read? 'Cause chapters come out tomorrow. I don't know if you saw the video, Cat, that I posted on our social media of her crying 1,000 times. Yeah, so that's where we're at for this week's chapters.
Hi, Cassandra.
And if it's a reread, I'm pretty sure you know what happens, at the end of the first part. Hello, everybody. We are talking books, tattoos, anything. So we are doing Crown of Midnight on our podcast currently. Hello, Bree. We are also reading books separately. I just finished Light Lark today. And you just finished something recently too.
Yeah, I read Bound by Flame on Monday.
Nice. Oh, Lexi's here too. What's up, Lexi?
This close to finishing when the moon hatched, and I'm trying not to cry.
Aw, yeah.
My feelings, and I'm also very
What's wrong,
irritated by the main character, so
Uh-oh.
That's your volume button.
making me mad.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear that?
What's that?
She said the main character.
Brave is making me very angry.
Where are you at?
I'm like 15 chapters from the end. I'm like chapter 75.
What? All right. I gotta see what's going on.
I have thoughts, I have feelings. It's just making me angry, and I feel a lot of things right now. Like I was crying just like 2 hours ago over it. So.
Okay. Yeah. I can't say much about it
I'm
because
not gonna say anything either, but just know I was crying. I have lots of emotions and feelings about this book, and I might throw this book at you for telling me to read it.
So, Kat, she's talking about When the Moon Hatched. This is the book that we are currently talking about that is breaking her right now.
It's really great, but it's also breaking my heart and also wanting to throw this book across the room because the main character is so frustrating. But
Thanks,
it's great.
Lexi.
It's a great book. Just what the hell?
Yeah.
What did you get me into? What did you get me into?
Well, she's gonna have to get into it too. You're gonna
one of these days.
You're gonna have a wild ride.
I don't know. I just got Kindle Unlimited, and it was like my whole entire world exploded. So
no, I've had Kindle Unlimited for like 3 or 4 years now, and listen, this is what I do. I like have 20 books at a time. I don't read all of those at one time. I will cycle through, and I'll like take one out and put one back in. It's a whole thing. It makes sense in my head. I love it.
Oh, so Kat, you're gonna do this out of the reread?
I started reading Blood of Hercules.
That's on my TBR.
What
that one was really good.
What did you say to me today? You're like, it's different.
It's different.
It's different.
It's very different.
Yeah.
It's very different. I have no concept of what the FMC looks like.
Yeah.
Because the way that they described her, I'm like,
I am really bad at picturing some people.
Hello, everybody.
Sometimes.
Hey, Casa.
I have to sometimes look up fan art, and I have to be so careful about that because I accidentally like ruin things for myself by doing that. But sometimes I really just can't, and I have to look up fan art. I had to do that like 5 times in this book.
I think I'm gonna have to.
Like 2 times. I almost spoiled it for myself, but I didn't. Thank goodness. I was already past the part.
I've flown to my cave with a friend of mine, and the caveat is not to judge my reading habits.
Hey, Lexi, do you want to join us on live?
That's hilarious.
Talk some Light Lark. I just finished it. So Light Lark, like I was telling her, if you're brand new to fantasy, then it's solid. Definitely a solid book. I thought it was good, but for me, I was like, I
am scared to start Light Lark. I haven't started it yet, because I heard like there's 2 like different love interests. And
it's the love interest, and the love interest isn't that bad. Hello, Lexi. No. It's very. If you're looking, there's zero.
Tame.
Yeah, it's very tame.
Okay. Well, and it's not like I'm against that. Like I'm fine with that, but like when you have 2 different love interests and like they're like kind of the main focus, like are both like really important to the story.
Yeah, it's
and
not.
Then she has to choose like one over the other, and then I have.
Yeah, luckily, Light Lark's not like that though.
Okay.
No, for me, what I mean by an entry level fantasy, what I mean is like it was a simple read. Like the words are simple, the plot's simple. It was a very simple read. It was a good story. I'm excited for the second book. I am going to read it, but it was just simple. That's all it was. Like it wasn't like challenging at all.
Okay, I have all 3 of the books, so So like I'm planning like on reading it. I was just like really concerned like if it was easy to follow. Sometimes I get into like these fantasy books and I can't follow them.
This is easy to follow.
Lexi, what do you think so far?
Yeah, I have been in a reading slump, so I'm trying to push myself through Nightbane still. I'm very early on in it. But yeah, I mean, it was easy to read. It was very easy to follow. I was very thankful for the fan art at the end of the special edition ones I got, because I did not picture Oreo that way at all.
No, I didn't picture Celeste. I didn't picture Celeste that way. For some reason, I pictured Celeste as more exotic, like maybe not Middle Eastern. I'm trying to think
like
of the right word.
Jasmine,
Kind of like that.
Is Celeste the main character?
No, Isla's the main character.
Isla or Isla?
Yeah, Isla. Yeah, no. Celeste is one of the other 6 people, but
she's one of the other 6 rulers.
Yeah, but when they showed the rulers, like I wasn't expecting her to be, just a regular old white person. I was thinking something else.
What's the name like Celeste?
Yeah, regular old white guy.
Yeah. When I hear Celeste, I think of like light, fair hair, fair skin.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I pictured who's the girl from Dance Moms that was in the Chandelier by Sia music video? That's literally what I pictured. Short white hair.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, but you said Nightbane's better though, right?
I thought Nightbane was better. I appreciated the back and forth into the past. Like every other chapter.
At first. I was like, wait a minute.
I was confused for a second and I was like, what's happening? And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I'm getting like here's a blip for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I'm not very far. I think I'm only like, I can say this without, she has the companion now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not very far, but like I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Pregnancy is so much fun.
No, I get it. You're at the end there too, aren't you?
Almost, yeah. I'll be 28 weeks on Friday.
Hi, Gina.
Oh man, that's my bestie.
Yeah, your bestie's here, Gina.
The book I picked up, she just published it at the end of February. Bound by Flame by Olivia. What was her name? Something that starts with a P. It's on my Kindle.
Oh, it's on your Kindle.
Yeah.
I
devoured it. It was so good. I have no idea when the next book is coming out. I have to have words with her now.
Is it a book like you read in a day?
Uh-huh.
Or
yeah.
I've had a book like I've had books like that before.
To be fair, I also read Light Lark in a day because that was easy. But Bound by Flame, I read it a day because I couldn't put it down.
Yeah, we also read that Colleen Hoover book in a day too.
Yeah, I did.
I just can't read a book in a day. I get tired and I get sleepy.
I've read books in a day. I read
if there's
a book
suspense,
like half a book in a day plus another whole book in a day, like in the same day. So when I started the Bridge Kingdom series, I read the second half of the book plus the second book, Trader Queen, all in one day, because I had nothing to do with my life, and that's what I did all day.
I'm the type of person where the part where we're at in Crown of Midnight that comes out tomorrow, at the end of part 1, where had we not been doing this podcast, I probably would have just stopped there and would have went to bed and I'm like, oh, this part's over. Especially even knowing what happens at the end of it, I'm like, I'm going to bed.
No.
I'll be honest. If we weren't doing this podcast, I would have devoured the entire series.
Oh yeah, series have been done already.
I'm dying. And
You
then
made me just re-cry over this book.
Oh, just wait till tomorrow.
I can't watch the video. I can't even watch my own video.
I saw that and I was like, oh my god.
She was crying watching the edit of the video.
No, because how can you not cry over that?
Right? I'm not gonna do it.
I think it's because I expected it. I didn't cry. It
doesn't matter if I expected it.
Well, the chapter prior. So I didn't cry. So the chapter prior, when they started talking about her, I jumped out of my seat while we were reading, and I was like, "No, there's no way."
No,
So I knew I was gonna.
like,
So I was more shocked than sad.
in chapter 28 when they're talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, when Archer's
You're
talking.
like, no, there's no way, no.
Oh yeah, I jumped out of my seat. I was like,
This is the second time I read it, and I was over here like shaking like this. I was like, oh my god, it's coming. I know it's coming. I knew it was coming, and I still was like, crying. My husband's like, are you okay? And I was like, no, I need a moment.
And we have thoughts. We have plenty of thoughts. Oh, the thoughts that come out tomorrow.
I have a question, and I'm trying not to spoil it for people who don't know. But like thinking back to chapter 25, this stuff does anything like add up there?
Now, see, I'm still torn about that.
Well, so we talk about it during the podcast.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, we talk about and that's why I don't want to say it.
What?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay.
Basically, that's why I give somebody a little bit of a break compared to most, is because of chapter 25.
Okay.
So I'm not saying what the person did was, what they did was wrong, very wrong. However, and it's explained tomorrow, what some people probably don't do and what they should do when thinking about this person. It's really so hard to say because there are people that are not caught up yet that are listening. So
people are like, what is he talking about?
Yeah. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Listen. I can't say anything without spoiling anything, but just like,
don't worry, I got a major spoiler.
Yeah, you need to catch up. This episode tomorrow is gonna be really good, Kat. It really is.
Like this book, like a lot. I almost didn't want to read this book. Like when I very first read the series, I was like, because when I first started, because I started it and stopped it and read Assassin's Blade after Throne of Glass.
Oh.
Because the start of it, it didn't hook me really well, and I don't know if it's just my mindset or something. I don't know. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
And so I was like, but I was also thinking about her past assassination stuff, and I was like, I want to know what that is first. So then I went back, sobbed over that book, and then jumped into Crown of Midnight. I was like, oh, and there's stuff in like Assassin's Blade, like these little tiny little details, if you know, you know, that like she references in Crown of Midnight that I was just crying over. I just sobbing over. And I was like,
man, we really need to get more tissues.
Oh my, no, and it wasn't even like big things. They're just like little minuscule, like one liner sentence. Like she just barely mentioned something in Crown of Midnight for something that was gone over in detail in Assassin's Blade.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Speaking of which,
instant tears.
Speaking of which, we just ran across something in our review, and we realized that we had actually met Mort in Throne of Glass.
Yep, you have.
And we were like, wait a minute, go back to that.
Technically, you have.
Yeah. Freaked out. I was like, oh my god.
I can't remember when. Like, I think he's referenced, but not like. It's very subtle.
It just says bronze door knocker that
in the shape of a skull.
And it
looked
seemed
like
to smile at her.
It seemed like it was smiling at her, and I was like,
yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
What?
But that's what we mean. Like SJM is so good at just sprinkling in that minor detail.
Just a little sprinkling.
Shadow a lot.
Yep.
And I love her foreshadowing. Her foreshadowing in this one is so heavy. Like there's stuff like you can guess by the end of it. You're just like, oh.
I feel like I'm like, I think every word. I'm like, what does that word mean? What is that word?
Because she keeps throwing a certain thing. She foreshadows that you're probably gonna guess by the end of the book, and you're just like, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of foreshadowing in this one, I think.
Oh, definitely
the
is.
one that really like hooked me into that series.
Was this one?
This one?
Air of Fire, the third.
Oh,
Air
yeah.
Fire.
Really
Well, what's crazy is like with this one, everyone usually has this towards their bottom of the 8, and she's crying like 20 times so far in this. So we're like, all right.
It's not at the bottom for me. It's like middle.
Okay.
It's very middle for me, but
And
like
I can't pick like a least favorite because I love all. I think all of them are so important. Like obviously they're all important to the story. I just can't pick a least favorite to emote. They're all on the same like wavelength.
Yeah. Empire
Remy.
of Storms and Kingdom of Ash tie for number 1 for me.
Yes.
Empire of Storms.
Tower of Dawn's bottom for Cat. Is it because of Kale Cat?
Tower of Dawn was such a good one, though. I really loved Tower of Dawn. And a lot of people just don't like it because they don't like going back in the story. They want to keep going forward because it happens at the same time.
Hi, Becca.
Yeah.
But
We're talking about Crown of Midnight.
So I just
That's Sky.
Yeah.
Hey, Sky. What up, Sky?
Queen of Shadows.
Sky's
I think
here.
that one's so top tier, though.
Oh,
I love
Yeah.
it.
hey, I
That
keep
one's
forgetting.
really great.
Hey, can you guys tap on the screen to like it so it pushes our video out so more people know we're here?
done.
I keep forgetting
Thank
to
you.
ask that. Oh, the book
There
was
you go.
upside down. What? The book was upside down. I'm all waving it over here, upside down. Ooh, look, we're talking about this upside down book.
We're just gonna
Hi,
start
Gina.
looking at it like this.
Ooh. Oh man, I cannot wait to finish. But we've got notes and stuff to do still for this week.
Yep.
I had a prediction on how many more episodes you will have with Crown of Midnight, and I was predicting you probably have 2 more after this one.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we got 2
Yeah.
more, and then like I said, with Assassin's Blade, we're just gonna do each novella 1 week. So we'll be done 5 weeks with that one,
Okay.
and then we'll jump right into Air of Fire. So we're
That was so good.
yeah.
That one is great.
Is that
Hey,
your favorite
Kaden,
one?
how's it going?
The characters you meet in that one are so great.
Yeah. Well, we saw another video. I saw another video today of like the reading order, and of course they said, if you want to do Assassin's Blade first, that gets you caught up with everything, but it kind of spoils a lot of things going forward. If you want an emotional read, then you do Assassin's Blade third. But if you want the absolute emotional, then you do it fourth after Air of Fire. The problem is they said once you read Air of Fire, it's hard to go backwards.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to read it in between Air of Fire and Crown of Midnight.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to read it if you are doing like emotional damage.
Yeah.
Which you guys are doing.
Last, and it was very hard to do that.
I'm so glad I didn't do last.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did it last. It just kind of happened that way. I was so like immersed in everything else that was happening. I was like, I'll just read it after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I would have read it first, just because I like having all of the information first, and I think it still would have been emotionally impactful for me, even if I read it first. Because I read it I read it second, and I had the emotional impact even there, because like there's little tidbits of sprinkles like that I caught in like Crown of Midnight. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I don't think it really spoils anything. If you like after reading it, I don't think it spoils anything really.
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
No, not because you don't know anything, obviously. Because when you read
Oh,
it,
thanks,
it's like,
Kat.
that's the first one.
Kat stepped over TikTok.
So.
Thank you.
Oh, I think she already did. Yeah,
I think
she's right there.
it
There's
will
it's Kitten
help
Cat right here.
There's built in
Yay,
certain
thank you.
things
Yeah,
make sense. If that,
yeah,
that come out right. I don't know.
yeah. Kat, she, reading it first filled in so much and don't like time hopping. So yeah. I don't know. I wish I would have read it first. But I like how I read it, and I'm enjoying the way you guys are reading it.
Yeah.
So even though it's not my first time reading it, it's like I'm enjoying the journey again. It's really fun.
Do you feel like you're catching more things now this time around?
Absolutely. I'm catching so many things I did not catch on my first read. I'm not obviously not going to show you, but I have like highlights of stuff that I've highlighted that happen in later books that are in this book, that are caught in this book, and go. It's absolutely wild.
That's so awesome.
I'm highlighting stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is where it happens, even though it didn't happen till like Queen of Shadows or
That's
stuff
so cool.
stuff that happens in the later books. I'm catching in this book, and it's just my mind. It's gone crazy.
It makes me want to reread it again. And I just
Come join us. Join us.
I highlighted so much this week too. There were so many things that I was just was sobbing over, and just especially in chapter 37. Just
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Just a lot. There's just a lot happening in 37, and I know you guys have already read past obviously 37, so you read what happens in 38 and stuff like that. So
yeah, I think we stopped at 44 maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just did notes this morning for 37 and 38.
Oh yeah.
Or 38, yeah.
Well, where's the big chapter that has all the reveal? Because we just got through that too. Not too long ago. Yeah, there it is.
Is it 30?
This has 1,000 tabs on it because it was just information after information
40.
after information.
It was chapter 40. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? So this is all of his tabs. I know.
Okay.
I know. Don't cringe.
Yeah.
These are all of the ones for that chapter.
Just for one chapter.
Oh, wow.
Just for that chapter.
I see what's. Oh, yes.
Because we learned we learned so
Yes.
much.
He was like, this color, that color. We even have it all loaded for which color it's supposed to be and everything. We're like, wait, no, put blue. It's got to be blue. That's a blue and a yellow. Put a yellow.
Oh, yes. Gosh, there's something that happens in later books that you find out in these couple of chapters. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we just learned all the info about the Valg and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, the end of chapter 38. The end of chapter 38 was.
You learn about the Valg when Dorian is talking to Baba the first time.
Well,
yes.
you learn who they are, but you get more detail here.
Yeah.
More detail.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Restart the series Sunday and have about 20 chapters to catch up.
You're almost there, Kat.
We believe in you.
So it's so much information. I love it so much. And then I accidentally ran across a spoiler about 20 minutes before the live.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
It was a huge one.
Yeah, we know
who. For this book?
No, for who Selena is.
Oh no! So it is for this book, though.
Yeah, so I mean, we know. We figured, but
yeah. And I was like, oh, I was like, why don't they put spoiler markers on there?
Yeah, I know. Scott has been hinting at who he thought Selena really was. Past couple of
we had talked about that earlier. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of foreshadowing for it though. Her true name.
Yeah.
So. If you read the book, my second reread, obviously this reread, she foreshadows it through the entire book. Even with her conversations with Mort.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
The good thing is, even after what happens to a certain somebody this week, we had Mort to lighten things up at the very last chapter we finished up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like one sad chapter after another. Then finally, Mort lightened it all up for us.
Mort.
Yeah.
Mort just calls her out on everything. I love it.
Yeah.
He's so sassy. He's my favorite.
He's just the best character in this book.
For sure.
You don't think Kale is?
No.
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 Like, no.
Listen,
Not at all.
I'm not a Kale
No.
hater. I've never been a Kale hater.
It's not that I hate him. I just strongly dislike him.
Mm.
Kale beats himself up more than anyone ever could.
Yeah, we're already seeing that too.
Just saying.
And that's
Gets enough crap from himself.
Yeah, I want to say something, but it's said tomorrow during the episode. Everything.
Yeah, I'm so excited to hear you guys.
Including chapter 25.
Views on that whole thing. I'm probably going to recry or listen because I already cried reading these chapters.
He has to
So I'm
finish.
gonna recry.
He has to finish part of my speaking lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was like,
were you crying?
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah,
come
there's
on.
a couple times in there where you'll hear some stops tomorrow.
Oh, just hear some sobs.
Yeah, for some reason they didn't catch mine because during one of the speaking parts I got teared up too. I think it's when somebody, and I'm gonna say it, somebody does magic. Somebody magically appears and comforts. You know, that part got me.
Wait, when
Yeah, when someone actually does magically appear and then comforts.
Yeah. And it's like the first time like you see them
Yeah.
pretty much in this book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even think about that.
Well, it made me sad because she used up all her power to be there just to comfort her. So I was like, oh.
And that's really sweet and she
Very
really
grandmotherly,
did that,
if you will.
Yeah, Sky's back.
Hello, Sky. We love you.
Yes, we do. And your bookmark and sticker on the way. I swear to God. Yeah, this book's rough. Light Lark. I mean, it was kind of nice reading Light Lark along with it because, again, it was very light. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But now I am going to take a break from that series. I'm going to go a little bit darker and do One Dark Window and knock out that duology real quick.
Okay, I was trying to figure out because I need a romancy to read after I'm finished with this one because I'm probably gonna be finished with this one probably tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty fast for me because I'm determined because I'm getting emotional over it, and so I need another thing to read. So I have One Dark Window, and I wasn't sure if I should pick that one up or not. So.
Yeah. Well, so she was reading it. Do you want to tell them why you stopped reading it?
Oh no.
Did you DNF it or did you
No.
stop reading it?
Show them why you won't read it. She refuses. She refuses to touch the cover.
Is it a physical, like something physical on the book?
Yes, she doesn't like the whatever the texture is on this cover.
They textured it.
It textured it kind of weird for her. So
just read it on your Kindle.
that's what I said. She's going to.
There you go. I get that way too. Or like when I'm picking up books at the bookstore, I have to go through the back because if they have like little anything wrong with them, I will not pick them up.
Yeah.
I refuse.
I pick up the last one.
Yes. Or like the ones like in the middle-ish because sometimes the last ones have indents or stuff, and I'm just like, I can't.
This guy's laughing at your texture issue.
Yeah. Laugh
No.
crying. She's laugh crying now.
It's so real.
It's so real.
I have sensory issues, so like if the texture's wrong, no,
Like looking at it gives me. I'm like,
It's not it.
Damn it.
Touch it. Touch it. Touch it.
There's a book that I want to read that I have a copy of, but I can't pick it up because the edges are like different sizes. Like I can't.
Why would they do
I
that?
want to read it though. It's called Gollum and the Ginny, and I really want to read it, but I can't because like the pages are not.
Oh, are they like
flat?
Scrapbooky?
Oh,
Yes,
deckled.
Oh,
Deckled
deckled.
edges.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes,
old timey
deckled.
bound. Yeah.
The deckled edges, whatever. Yep, that I can't do it, but I want to read it. But it's on my bookshelf, but I can't pick it up because it was bought for me by my mother like years ago, and I still have to this day can't pick it up just because of the edges. I'm just like I can't. But I want to read it so bad. I'm so upset.
I don't think I have texture issues with anything like that.
Book is it's got the.
Huh?
Yes, I agree. My Edgar Allan Poe book. I have a book of his short stories and poems and stuff. It's like that. It's got the.
Like I can hear his skin touching it, and I
It's
can
not that bad.
and I
It's
can
not that
feel
bad.
it.
It's not that bad.
Like some days it's not bad. Like the other day when I took video of it, it was in the morning, so I wasn't overstimulated at all. So I was totally fine. But at nighttime, right now, the thought of touching it, I'm like, bleh, nope.
Yeah, vomit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like nails on a chalkboard kind
Yes.
of feel.
Like,
Yes.
like I'm
See,
like,
I
I'm
got
like,
you.
don't even want my fingers anywhere.
Just
Ah.
That
get out.
is dangerous with the cat. Oh, never mind. There he goes.
Okay.
And he's gone.
And he wasn't gonna. Oh, there are all kinds of. Hey,
Oh no.
get out of there.
I think part of my problem though is that I finished Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm, and then I started reading Light Lark, and it's just like,
Oh, that's completely different. Yeah.
After Onyx Storm. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You gotta prep
Good
yourself.
luck. No,
Uh.
I had.
so I'm in like the worst slump right now.
I tried.
Oh well. Yeah.
I
Here.
don't know what I did after reading Onyx Storm.
This would be good after Onyx Storm.
Yeah. Well,
It's got dragons. It's got a sassy assassin.
I just watched a TikTok where someone was explaining the difference between like when the moon hatched to like Fourth Wing, and they described it like this: like Fourth Wing's like a modern like poppy song type thing, and when the moon hatched is like an opera.
Yeah, I can see that. So I kind of equate it to Fourth Wing because I'm going to say this in our review. Actually, that Fourth Wing for me is like a Marvel Cinematic Universe, book where it's so much fun. It's got some deep moments in it. There's some deep moments, but it's a lot of fun. And then again, like When the Moon Hatched is like something you would see on the Oscars.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't picked it up yet, but I've been eyeballing it.
It's wordy.
Ride.
And what I mean by wordy, not lengthwise, is just the way she describes things. She takes a long time to describe things, like sometimes an entire page. And you're like, did we move from the scene yet? And you're like, they haven't even moved from like the couch.
So I'm immersive reading it, so I'm reading it
Whoa,
with the
hey, man.
audiobook.
Come on.
So I was reading it and I was like, oh wow, we're already on chapter 50? That's crazy. Just because like it felt like it goes by really fast.
I mean, it does go by fast. I mean, if you don't mind the over descriptive words, it's really good. But even if you don't mind it, but if you hate over descriptiveness, then do not pick this up at all. You will absolutely hate it. But if you don't mind it, or if you do like it, then this is a great book.
I don't think I noticed the over descriptive. I don't think I noticed the over descriptiveness because I was so focused on the continuation of like the story, like what was happening, like.
Oh, I mean, the story itself is cool.
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal.
Like the world is very unique.
I love the world. I think that's like my favorite part. Is just the world itself is just it's very different, and like the words they use. I like that they use different words than our normal world. Like they use phases and cycles and stuff to describe their time.
But my favorite part is the very beginning of the book, which gave this one over here anxiety because it has this
pages of a glossary. 22 pages.
But again, you do not. So after reading the book, you do not have to read the glossary. It is used to go back to be like, okay, so that's what this is. Whenever they mention it, whenever they mention like what type of dragon this is, you can look back and be like, oh, it's this type of dragon.
Okay, listen, I'm on
so I can skip it.
Yes.
Yes.
You can skip it.
I'm in like 572, 573-ish. And there's a word that has been used 10,000 times since book, and I still had to go back to the glossary. I was like, all right, what is this?
Which word?
I don't remember.
Which word?
Like phases. Or like it was one of the times.
Yeah, because they do the time
phases,
differently.
And I couldn't remember if it meant a year, or if it meant like a day. I couldn't remember, and I was like, oh. Just because I know they use it so many times, but I was like, what is that? So, but.
Well, Light Lark was kind of.
Light Lark was different.
Yeah.
But it was easy to like pick up on the context clues of it.
So
for me,
someone describe this like the way how wordy it is and like how like the world building and stuff. They compared it to like Crescent City, Crescent City 1 especially. But I don't know. I flew through Crescent City in 5 days. So I went through it in 5 days. It was
picked
so
it up
good.
6 different times since I've started with Sarah J Maas back in 2020. 6 different times, and I DNF'd it every
Wow.
What about it made you DNF it? I think.
Oh gosh.
So like
Cat
it was
too.
hard for me to picture what was happening. She threw way too many details in at one time for me. And I just hated that it was so modernized.
Oh, okay, yep. A lot of people.
The modern urban fantasy aspect of it. I thought that was so cool.
Characters were great. Hunt was really cool. Bryce was amazing. Like the characters were great, but I think just all of the things happening at one time, my brain could not keep up.
Yeah.
Did you like read it just like a physical copy, or did you have like an audiobook?
I can't do audiobooks. I have severe ADHD.
I mean, fair.
Scott knows.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think I tried doing Mistborn audio because you told me to test it out and see if I could do it, and I was like, I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah. I've been listening. I've been listening to Quicksilver at work.
Physical book. I gave all three. I bought all three of them because I was like, I'm gonna read them.
Bro, yesterday I'm sanding this. It's probably like a 5 foot by 6 foot table, and I am at some very spicy chapters and going, oh my God, please, headphones, whatever you do, don't decide now is the time that you have just given up on life.
Oh my God.
Because I'm over there probably beat red, just like.
And knowing her boss.
I would get no end of shit if they knew what I was listening to.
Are you liking it though?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Okay.
Yeah. I'm on chapter 34. I'll be honest though. I either don't like Saris's attitude or I don't care for the way that narrator is reading her lines. It's very annoying.
Her voice isn't what I expect, especially like when you look at fan art of her, of like what she actually looks like. It's not what you picture.
Okay,
like,
I should probably look at fan art.
Sound like.
She
I don't think her voice fits the character.
Okay, that would track for me because there's something about the way she says